What's going on, guys? Jacoborth back here with another video of Jacob's Life in Vegas, coming to you guys on a beautiful but windy day here in Las Vegas as the sun is setting. And I got a video that I think a lot of you are going to like because this video is designed to help you save money. Okay, we know that casinos, hotels right on the strip, off the strip, all in the Vegas area have definitely taken fees and taxes to a new level. So I'm gonna do what I can to help you guys save some money with these 5 tips. One of them does require you to spend some money, but it may wind up being a better value for you, just depending on how the situation works out. Then the other 4, really, you don't have to spend any extra money on these other 4 to avoid these resort fees. So please be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Hit the subscribe icon and hit the bell next to it so you don't miss any videos in the future, and be sure to like the video as well. Now, let's get into 5 ways to help you avoid resort fees here in Las Vegas. Number 1, and this one is going to require you to spend some money, and that is that you gamble. Okay, if you gamble here in Las Vegas, you can get your resort fees waived. Now, this could depend on from property to property. It's well worth it to ask a casino host and see what they say. If you're someone who gambles already, this might be easier for you to just gamble a little bit more and get your resort fees waived. So it might be worth looking at, your budget on your Vegas vacation, taking a look at your gambling budget, and maybe pulling some money from somewhere else for the gambling budget, because the amount you paid in resort fees could wind up going towards, your gambling budget. At least you're going to be using it for some entertainment costs, okay? If you can avoid the resort fee and spend that money on some gambling, then it could wind up, working out to your benefit, where at least you got some entertainment for the money you spent, and maybe you even win some money back. Number 2, you simply stay at a casino property or a hotel property that does not have a resort fee, okay? I've done content on this before. I'll link it up here or down below in the description. A lot of these are going to be off the strip. You can find some on the strip. Usually these places do not have a casino inside of them. A lot of times these could be a hotel, could be a motel, could be a timeshare that you can just book for a few nights at a time. Oftentimes they're gonna be off the strip. You can find some on the strip, okay? There's ones I've talked about in the videos before, about ones that are on the strip or just right near the strip, within half a block, within a block, within 2 blocks, something that's a very easy walk to get over here to Las Vegas Boulevard. So if you're not really big on having a casino in the place you're staying at, it could wind up being a very good deal for you. Some of these places, especially the timeshares, will have like a kitchen in there, so it's like staying in an apartment complex, so sometimes you can score a good deal that way. Number 3 way to avoid resort fees, and this one is one where it really pays to do your research. If you're going to be coming here to Las Vegas for a vacation, it pays to do some research and spend some time searching for deals and stuff beforehand. And this place is basically just going to get a shout out from me on this one. Treasure Island, they've been running a deal for quite a while now where they have a deal where the resort fee is optional. Yeah, they have an optional resort fee deal at Treasure Island. It's through their, they're running a TV ad is what they're doing, and you can actually even find it like on YouTube, and actually on their website they have it, and you can find it on there and on YouTube, where they see this TV ad running, and it talks about the room rate for the night and the fact that it has an optional resort fee. So the 2 ways you get it are, 1, you book online using that deal, or 2, you just call in to make your reservation. You say, hey, I saw the TV ad that said you have an optional resort fee. How can I book that? And they say, okay, I can book it for you right here over the phone. You tell them that you don't want the resort fee, and they'll waive it for you. Okay, so but what that means though is when you're there, you won't have access to like the fax machine. You won't have access to like the Wi-Fi and stuff like that, right? Local calls and all that kind of stuff, or long distance calls. You just have to do that on your own. But so there is a deal though. There's a deal for that for Treasure Island. If you're doing research, you talk to them, you call them ahead, and you say, hey, I saw this deal for no resort fee or optional resort fee. I want to take advantage of that. Also, I'll throw in a little bonus tip for you guys. For hotels and casinos, get on their email list. Lots of times they have separate deals for email lists, and if you get on that, you sign up, you get notifications before you even come on your vacation, so you can see that a place is offering 5% off this, 10% off this. They might be running a special for no resort fee for some time. I think Palms for the summer of 2019 was doing a no resort fee special as well, if I'm not mistaken. So if you get on the email list, a lot of times you get the notifications ahead of time of promotions and deals and discounts and stuff like that. So sometimes you can do that, and you may wind up getting notifications saying, hey, no resort fee deal coming up in the future. You can book your vacation during that time. The 4th way to avoid resort fees here in Las Vegas, staying at Airbnb. Airbnb or VRBO or Verbo, some people like to call it, whatever. Same deal, where you rent a place online, a room that someone rents out, or it could be an entire condo or an apartment, or even an entire home. You can rent those online. I'll put a link down below for those of you, especially if you haven't used Airbnb or VRBO before. I'll put links down below and you can see what's available for rent. You can get rooms right here on the Las Vegas Strip. You can get places truly like half a block away, easy walking distance. If you don't mind staying off the Strip, you can stay off the Strip at someone's apartment or someone's home or something like that. If you don't want to be on the Strip and have to eat out all the time, this can be a great deal for you because you can basically just live in someone else's house. You can live here just like a local. You can buy your own food, cook it at home. You know, take your meals with you, take your drinks with you. Just bought a local grocery store, and that way you don't have to spend a bunch of money on food and drink here on the Strip. So you can either walk to the Strip, take a short Uber ride, take a bus ride. If you're near a hotel or casino that has a shuttle, hop on their shuttle, take it over here to the Strip. But nonetheless, it's another way that you can get a comfortable place to stay. Sometimes you can get it for cheaper than the cost of a hotel room, and there's no resort fee on top of it. The fifth and final way you can avoid a resort fee here in Las Vegas, and this one is a bit of a long shot, but it can be worth a try, is to simply ask nicely when you're at the desk, okay? Because some properties, the desk person could actually waive a resort fee, maybe one night, maybe 2 nights, just depends. And if they can't waive it, you know, for several nights or for a night here or there, they can't waive it for more than a certain amount of nights, a supervisor could do it. There's a tweet I saw, and if I can find it, I'll put it up on the screen here, of someone who they went and were able to get all 5 nights of their resort fee waived because the person in front of them was, you know, making a big scene and berating the desk person about, you know, wanting to get the resort fee waived, and that person waived 2 nights for them, just, I think, you know, to shoo the person away for being so annoying. But the person behind them went up and said, hey, I'm sorry you had to deal with that, and they just asked if they'd be able to waive the resort fees for them. Desk person waived all 5 nights. So the desk lady was nice enough to do that just because the guy went up there and asked and said, you know, and he was polite about it because the guy in front of him was being a jerk. So he's polite about it, and it wound up working in his favor. So you can always try that as well, okay? These desk people at the hotels and casinos, they deal with all walks of life, okay? They deal with people who don't have a lot to spend, and then, you know, they'll whine and complain. They'll deal with drunk people, they'll deal with people with lots of money, they'll deal with people with a little bit of money, they'll deal with people who are there by themselves, people with the family, and the screaming kids are there at the desk too. They deal with all walks of life. So if you go up there and you're polite with them and you ask, there's a chance they may waive it for you, or you can always give the $20 trick a try. You can give the $20 bill between your credit card and your ID and ask if they can waive your resort fee then. There's all kinds of ways you could, you know, try to just entice the front desk person to waive your resort fees for you if you be polite, if you take a shot and just go ahead and ask. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Those are your 5 ways you can avoid resort fees in Las Vegas. I hope you get to use some of these on your vacation. I hope they work out well for you here in the future. I appreciate all of you guys watching this channel. Thank you for checking it out. That's it for this video. I am Jacob. This is My Life in Vegas.